Welcome everyone to Fuck the Vision Board Masterclass. It gives me a lot of joy to just say the words fuck the vision board. Like, let's just say it together, like, fuck the vision board. We don't actually need it. We don't have nothing against it. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? I don't need a vision board or full moon rituals to make me believe that something I have want, that is, I've seen in my third eye, it's been put on my heart, that I need something external to manifest it, right? Because that allows me to feel nothing is dependent on something for me to have something. These are conditions I'm just playing with right now. That's why I need something to have this. I need to take action. I need to buy something. I need to do something. I need to become someone. All of those things. And I need to put things on a script, like scripting, writing, journaling, meditating, all of those things. And then I will have something. Now that's like running and chasing. It's the carrot and the chasing. And it's like, I am creating this plot. So today my intention is to show you a new way where you like, fuck the vision board. That's what we really want to do. Fuck the vision board. Not because we have something against it. They're beautiful practices. They've served you in a season of your life where, you wanted to learn about manifestation. You wanted to do things. And many of you are seasoned players here. You've done it all. You know about law of attraction. You worked on your energy. You worked on your personal development. You worked on how to manifest. You just know you are that woman. You are a go-getter. You get to, you've done it all. And now it's like, you know what? I want to play this game in a different way, because that's what excited me when I started to learn about this. And I was like, can I do this? I mean, there were seasons in my life where I felt disempowered. I'm disempowered, but can I still play it with new rules? Because the rules, no one's creating the rules. You are creating. This is where I want to give you a permission slip, because what I needed from my mentors, and I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women come in my world who know everything that they need to do and who they are. But the only thing that's stopping them from living the life they want to live is the fact that little permission slip that, ooh, can I change the rules? Yeah. But what's going to happen if I change the rules? I'm playing by the rules that were given to me. Um, you can just simply choose not to play by the rules and just create new rules. Can I do that? Hell yes. Have you tried doing it? What's going to happen? We're scared. But what if I gave you a permission slip, because that's all I needed? And I started playing, I started creating the new rules. I'm like, it's between me and God, it's between me and source, it's between me and the universe, it's between me and the quantum field. I'm not here to live anybody else's rules. That is an empowered place to create from. No longer do I need vision boards. No longer do I need to charge my crystals. Yeah, I do them, like put them out. But my reality and my life is not dependent on the full moon. My reality is not dependent on how many times I've written and scripted. I've done it all. And I want to give you examples of how it served me in the old identity. But you are very powerful women. You're here to do bigger things, not because they seem bigger, because you like to play with that energy. When we say big things, we kind of create a separation and a gap. And quantum manifestation is all about not creating a gap. So, first thing I want you guys to know is that I have recently come to realize every time I've said I had big goals, I've literally slowed down my own growth, because now I'm saying to me, that is big. I'm here. I have a separation between me and this thing. There is nothing big. It is just a desire on your heart. And then you got to change your own energy and perception around it, right? I'm just going to look at your comments quickly. Okay. That's all good. Feel free to have your cameras off. Feel free to have anything off. It's all good. I love what you're doing. Love it. I find vision boards artists here for ease. Yes, exactly. So look, there's a season for everything. So how are we going to navigate this masterclass? Which really, honestly, I just feel like I'm literally teaching you everything I've learned in the last 3 years. So I'm going to try to keep it like around an hour and a half. We might stretch more. We might like stick to this, just depends how we go. And I tend to play with the energy, and that's why I don't like to put a limit on the time, but I do get it. If it's late for you guys, come back and watch it later. There are a few points that I want to discuss, so I have those points in front of me. And I want to obviously be able to close this with almost like you going like, aha, I was here to get my permission slip. I've gotten it. Now I'm going to go change the rules. I'm going to first completely look at all the rules I'm playing by. And then I'm going to be like, I'm going to probably even write them down for the last time for the sake of creating a vision board and scripting. And then I'm going to burn them. And then I'm going to create new rules that are true to me for who I feel I am today, who I feel I want to become. And I am going to create rules that serve me in creating my reality in the way I want to do, in the way I am. Maybe I'm messy, maybe I'm hyper clean, maybe I have OCD, maybe I don't, maybe I do things random, maybe I do things structured. Who cares? Who cares? If you think people around you care, it's just because you have created a persona that people around you care about it. And that's what I'm here to to help you break and dissolve, because it is ultimately a fluid reality that you're always living. And so how is quantum manifestation going to help you and work for you effortlessly, where you just breathe, see, be, and be in the excitement of it, and it translates as reality? It gets to be easier. Yes, it's a process of mindset. Yes, it's a process of holding faith. Unwavering faith is something I lived by. But that unwavering faith was created by a version of me who was disempowered. So I needed a lot of faith to break through to be here. But you see, when I create from an empowered place, I'm like, I don't actually have to make it a struggle. Yes, I can be tested. Why do I have to be tested? Again, fabrication of my own mind. I'm here to prove my worth. I've gone through so much. Yes, I went through so much. But as you evolve in the seasons, there is no longer a need to prove, to write, to script, to show the world anything, but just play in the highest excitement of your being. So as logical humans, what we do is we look at our life as past, present, future, right? We look at life as, this is what my past has been. This is what my future. Can you guys all hear me? First of all, I just paused for some reason. I had this question come like, can you hear me? Is the mic working? Because you would have told me by now, but yes, great. Thanks, Faye. What was I saying? This happens to me so many times. I'm like lost track of. Yes. So as these logical human beings, right? There is a place for logic in our life. We look at our life as past, present, future, because this is what we know of time. We've been taught that time, which is a linear concept, we get to understand reality, because what you're living is a reality, right? And everything that you see right now in your reality, or of your past, or of your future that you want, what you are seeing is in a very linear fashion, because that's what's been taught to us in our school, by our parents, by anyone who we've ever come in contact with, because the human beings speak about time and reality as linear, past, present, future. And time was a man-made concept. You can go onto my YouTube and you can watch many classes. There's a collapse time masterclass, which is a great way to understand what really time is, and what you want. Your manifestation is really an energy wave. Okay. So I'm not going in detail there. I will touch upon it, but there is a whole series of library resources that are available on my YouTube. So I absolutely invite you to go watch that masterclass, and you can reach out to me on my team if you need more support there. So we had this sense that, what I want is in future, right? That is the normal way we manifest. We go like, okay, well, I don't have this thing and I would like to manifest it because I don't have it. So I have lack of it right now, I'm acknowledging, and then I want to create it. And that is very limited and separated way of creating things, because now it's like I don't have it, I want to create it. It's somewhere in the future. So already my brain has an understanding of this. My brain has an understanding of this being in a very linear way. Okay. Which already my brain's like, I want this thing. I don't have this thing. I want XYZ amount of money. I want my business to look like this. I want my partner to look, my relationship to look like this. I want my body to look like this. I want to have that dream home. I want to have that dream car. I want to have this dream business. I want to have this dream life where I'm living my purpose and I'm feeling free and I have the wealth. Whatever be my desire, my human logical brain is very conditioned to believe, because of the concept of time that has been taught to me as a human being, that time means linear concept. That means what I want is not right now, it's somewhere in the future. Yes or yes, right? Would you guys agree? Just comment in the comments. Do you believe that you have an understanding of time that has been taught to you, that there's past, present, future, and what you want is actually not right now? If it's not available to you, that means it's in the future, even if it's next moment or 3 months or 6 months or a year or 2 years, whatever your logical brain tells you, right? Yeah. So why we're here, so when you were saying yes, right? Like, and that was me. And sometimes I still fall in the trap, to be honest with you. But then I go back to understanding that time is non-linear. That's why I'm saying go back to that masterclass, like go to that class and please watch that. But what I'm here to show you today and share with you today is the fact that time or your manifestations, your manifestations is simply an energy wave. Okay, so first concept is, if you're going to learn about quantum manifestation, which literally equates to you learning that you are the operant power, equates to you learning that you're a conscious creator, equates to you breaking all the boxes that you're playing with, that you've put yourself in, equates to you just finding the freedom to understand everything exists right now, you understanding everything's energy. Now I'm going to unpack this for you guys. So everything is energy. But you'll be like, can you just tell me, how do I actually get what I want, right? How does this translate into whatever I want? Like, how does this translate into quantum, time, energy, collapse, new identity? Like, it's all too much. Well, okay, let's make it simple. If it's all too much, we don't want it all too much, right? Who wants it with ease? Who wants to receive these concepts with ease? And like, it took me a while to get all of it, to be honest, because all that I'd learned for 2 decades was the foundation of what I learned in the last 3 years about quantum. It literally challenged a lot of things, and it also was like I was overwhelmed, but then that's why I was able to create it in a streamlined way, able to create the quantum leap formula for you. And today I'm going to even simplify it more. It is nothing, there is no other truth than one, that everything is energy. Everything is energy that is oscillating up and down. Okay, so everything is energy, and energy is really just frequencies. And so that's why when I talk to you about your changes, about your money, about your growth, about what you want, I always talk in terms of vibration and frequency. I do not say this goal or that goal or this goal. I will always lead you back into, that's how I like to teach. That's how I like help you create what you want, understanding everything is energy. If everything is energy, you just get to play with the energy in a new way. Simple. That's it. That's what we are here to learn today. Everything you have known previously, you're invited to dissolve it or not dissolve it. It's totally something you will allow yourself to do. I'm not here to challenge anything you know, but I'm here to teach you something so simple that has completely changed my life and it's taken me from rock bottom to where I live today. Every day I have to pinch myself just because I was able to grasp, learn, grasp, apply, and these concepts, and every day I choose them. So what are these concepts, right? What are these concepts? First thing I want to talk to you guys about is understanding that time is a non-linear concept. Okay. So what you want is not in the future. Now, at this point, I'm going to take a second to explain to you what quantum manifestation means, what quantum means. Some of you been in my world, some of you been in my world for one hot second, some of you been there for a very long time. I would like to still explain this, and anyone who's going to watch it later. Quantum, there's so many meanings to it, but quantum means just energy. Quantum means there is no start, there's no finish. It's limitless around you. So the universe is quantum. There is one formless substance. There are so many names for this. Many teachers over the last hundreds and hundreds of years have come up with different things. The science of getting rich, Wallace D. Wattles says it's formless substance. Dr. Joe Dispenza says it's quantum field. Spiritualists call it God, source, creator, universe, right? You can go on and on and on, but basically this is what it is. There is no start point. There is no end point. That means there is no start point to your desires, and there is no end point to your desires. There is no starting point to where this happened, where you existed, and where you will end. And that means that there is no limit, there is no prerequisite, there is no criteria, there is nothing in you manifesting what you want. When you understand this, because we create from a place of all these limitations that we have put ourselves in our logical mind, in the 3D matrix that we live, we are programmed from childhood. Do this, you will get this. Don't do this, there's a consequence. Eat your dinner, there's a dessert. No, prove yourself, then you will get this, right? And so it's all has a purpose to keep the society going, but as human beings, our potential has been tamed. It's almost like we now live in a box of illusions, and our ability to create quantum manifest just simply means you take the energy and it transmutes into something physical. Like this mic right now is basically a manifestation of energy into a solidified form. So like my dog, we wanted a dog for so long, right? We got him 3 years back, and when we held enough energy, now there's a physical thing in front of me. Just another example, everything around you, right? So a manifestation is basically a tangible thing in its expression that you can touch, feel, smell, whatever, with your 5 senses. So then you can say, I manifested this experience. Maybe it's not a thing, it's an experience, but you can touch, feel, anything with your 5 senses, it becomes a manifestation. Quantum means it's limitless. Manifestation means it's a tangible expression. So now you understand that anything that you want to feel, see, touch, hear, listen, experience, and you can do it from a place of no limits and limitlessness. That means you can have that thing in so many fashions, it'll blow your mind. That there is no one way to have it, it's limitless. That means you can create the same way in 20 different ways, but we are not able to because we're playing with a set of rules that are not even ours. Do you guys get me on this? We're playing this game by rules that are limiting us. We don't even know this. So it's okay, but we got to know this, right? I just got chills going down my spine right now. So the quantum manifestation is here to teach you today that whatever you want, yeah, I know, I felt that too, Hannah. Like I just literally had my whole like all body shivers, like it just went down my whole spine, which is a good thing because we're collective energy. We've tapped into each other's energy, so we'll obviously feel it. Now, so you understand the concept of quantum manifestation, which really means that everything is just coming from this energy, this universe, this cosmos, this quantum field, and there is no end to what this energy can be transmuted into. One of the biggest laws of the universe is energy cannot be transmuted, energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can be transmuted, right? And that means that whatever I want, I am just, there's this energy around me, which is the quantum field, the universe, the cosmos, the formless substance, whatever word resonates with you. I am literally just taking the energy and transmuting it into experiences, into things, into money, into clients, into the life I want, into the identity I want to become, into the dog, into the home, into the partner, the ring, the babies, the homes, the ease of living in my body, the abundance, touch, feel, see, hear again. So it is me who's creating this with the quantum energy that is limitless. There is no limit to this energy. That means there is no start point, there is no end point. So I need to understand there is no limits. The limits were put by human beings. The limits were put by programming. The limits were put by matrix. And I'm here to today understand that the quantum field, this formless energy that is all around me, which I am transmuting through my own energetic projections. I want to talk about energetic projections in a bit. That's how I manifest. This is what I'm doing. So where did I get the concepts that this quantum field, this universe, this formless substance, the cosmos, that has energy, and I transmute it and I change it like a magician into something I want? Where did I get the concept that this quantum field actually has limitations? The quantum field, God, source, creator, does not say, prove this is the prerequisite for you to have this thing. This is the level of education. This is what you, this is the limit. This is how much you can have. After this, you can't have. This is the criteria for you to have. It has no conditions. We put conditions based on what we know. You don't have to prove your worth. I didn't have to prove my worth, but somehow I did, because that's what my understanding was. And so have you in many, many, many different ways. But do you want to continue doing that? No. Because the quantum field, for the point of reference, I'm going to call it the quantum field. You can call it whatever you want. God, source, creator, universe, cosmos, we can go on, right? I'm going to, from now on, call it the field, so you understand the field. The field does not say to me, Prachi, you need to be more confident in order for you to actually have this thing. Or you need to take 60 steps to prove your worth, and then you're going to have this thing. You're going to have more clients who love you. You're going to have the money. You're going to have the freedom. You're going to have the man. You're going to have the ring. The quantum field did not say all this. Who says this? So my first work around understanding and creating with ease and limitlessness and fun and excitement is to understand that the whole reality is non-linear. So the first thing I want you to understand is the concept of time, that there is no past, there is no present, there is no future. It is a very false sense of reality that was created by human beings. Time was created for ease of, for our convenience, because it was very hard for people to say, oh, meet me at the end of the sea when the sun is at this angle and the glow is on your face like this and the river is moving at this. People couldn't relate. So time was created. It's a man-made damn thing. So is money. So if you already start seeing that you're dissolving every sense of reality already, right? And people like us, we're called delusional, but it's fine. If we get to have everything we want, we don't care what people call us. So now you suddenly realize, okay, hang on. So there is no time. There is no calendar, again, man-made. Time, man-made. That means right now around you, there is nothing real. It's all energy. And whatever you project will become. So now my manifestation is not in the future. It is not dependent on who I've been in the past and who I'm being right now. It is if I choose to be anyone else other than who I am, but I don't know why I'm choosing to be myself. Because again, permission slip, you are choosing to be this person. Nobody's making you choose this. You're choosing yourself to be the woman who has some sort of lack, like I was. And I still continue to, whatever I don't have is because that's my storyline too, right? Do you guys get it? And so when I understand that there is no future, I suddenly go like, okay, well, so what I want is right now available to me? Yes, it is. And that's when we understand the second thing, that everything we want is an energy wave, which is just energy in the field. And every energy, everything you want is like a timeline. So go to that class in detail and understand, please. But that is what we want to collapse. The moment, if you want to fall pregnant and you've been trying for very long, and then you collapse it, you become pregnant, you go like, you collapse that wave, you become a mother. You want to make money, you want to do things, you want to heal yourself, you want to change your relationship with whoever. That's a timeline, it's an energy wave. The moment you can play with the consciousness and create it, that's where you have that thing and you say, I've manifested it. So the first thing is to understand that it's not in future, it's right now, it's available. All you want to do is be able to understand the energy wave and be able to collapse it. The energy wave is the consciousness. The second thing that I want to talk about is that the more we try to, there's this thing we do, all of us, we do it. What we do is we try to fix, we try to find fault in our present. Our present is the eternal now. Now that you understand that there are no limitations, there's no start, there's no end, there's no calendar date, there's no time. It's just space around you. You're just floating consciousness as a human body right now. And so everything is just energy. What we do is, so it's the eternal now. Again, that means nothing ever was the past or future. Everything is right now, present right now. All you need to do is what? Stop looking. We as human beings look at the eternal now and we try to find the fault in it and we try to fix it in order for us, in the hope that we're going to have an extraordinary future. We try to look at our present as what's wrong, what do I need to fix, why don't I have this thing? So there's something that I need to heal, I need to fix, I need to move away, I need to get more of. And then in the hope, why I'm doing this, in the hope that I will have an extraordinary future. And I'm here telling you there is no future. It is coming from the vibration of right now. And if in the right now, I'm trying to consistently try to fix something in the hope, what I'm doing right now is creating the next moment. So what I want is, I don't want to fix the future to have an extraordinary future. I want to have new eyes to have a new reality, but I want to have new eyes for the same reality. Your mind's going to be spun right now at this moment, but it's okay. What we tend to do is we have the set of eyes because we are the observer. You are creating your reality. You're observing your reality. There is no damn reality other than the one you're observing. You're observing because you think something you have been in the past, the identity, what you've gone through, it has solidified as an energy, as an identity. And right now, that's who you believe you are. And with those eyes of who I am as the observer, I am trying to observe, not trying to, I am observing, and I'm creating a reality. But if I want to speed up this process, I want to have the things I want, and I want to like really manifest in the quantum way and just like stop writing, stop believing about myself, stop struggling, stop trying to manifest 20,000 ways. What am I going to do? I am going to have new eyes for the same reality versus versus same eyes, same observer. This is who I've been. This is same eyes, but trying to look at my reality and trying to create a new reality. There is a two different energetic set points. There are two different signatures. There are two different auras. There's two different electric charges going right now. This version who has new eyes, but the same reality, but she starts observing with new eyes what is not to be healed, what is not to be fixed, what is not to be, because she's seeing her whole entire reality right now in the eternal now, as whole, as abundant, as there's freaking nothing I need to fix, there's nothing I need to do. I need to observe myself with new eyes, as whole, as abundant, as successful, as whatever. Versus this version of me who is trying to have same eyes, be the same observer, and go like, these are the things that are wrong in my reality. I don't have the money, I don't have this thing, I don't have that, I want to create this. And then you want to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn, which I was for like, I think last 18 years, right? And so when so many of you come to me and say, this is what I'm doing, or a fall off with this or that, I'm like, just stop observing. How about exactly like you stop observing? You don't be the same eyes, just have new eyes for the same reality. And that's where you start playing with energy in a very different way. First point, new eyes, same reality. Not new, not same eyes and trying to change this into a new reality. You will feel so relaxed. You will completely let go of this energetic pressure that you're putting on yourselves. And I've been there so many times, like, it's no fun. It's no fun trying to make it a project. No, I'm trying to change myself. I'm on a fucking mission. I'm 2024 is going to be so big. I'm going to do it. Like, yeah, it can be big. It will be big because it's always big. The entire universe is the ball of energy is there for us to play. But like, why do I have to make it a fucking project? Like, why do I have to make it so hard? What am I playing against? Why am I creating so much resistance? It's not no fun for sure. Yes, exactly. Been there so many times. And I have to relearn this again and again and again and again. Because something that was hardwired for years, it does come back. And I do fall off this. And it's my constant work, like you guys. But the work gets to be like, I'm excited about this versus, you know, and I get it. There are seasons when I was very disempowered, and 3 years back when I didn't want to actually didn't know how to live. I was rock bottom. My biggest task was just to get through every day and feel good about myself. But you see, again, the path of excitement. Choose every day what makes you feel good. And that is how we're going to create, because the universe doesn't care about qualification, how your hair looks, how much money you make, whatever. That's all the ego, which is fine. We get to have it all. But the universe just simply wants to be oscillating, vibrating, and highest form of vibration is excitement. Do every moment what excites you. Maybe changing your kids' nappy. Okay, maybe not great example, but maybe going to in the middle of the day, going for a walk, walking your dog, making your cup of tea, doing your laundry. Finding excitement in the smallest of act is how you become an energetic vibrational being who's oscillating with the universe. Now you're in harmony. That's when all the laws are working for you, not like just working. This is how I've been feeling last few weeks now. Put words to love it. I have felt so much more freedom, yes, despite circumstances. So I'm creating the reality I desire to experience. Exactly. So the second thing we want to now do is, which I do, is I want to teach you something that I do when I have to manifest something, is I cast energetic projections. Now you've understood the concept of how this energy works and how quantum manifestation works. And yes, the universe will respond when you make vision boards because there is a science behind it. I'm not here to challenge it. I'm here to show you that we go beyond this now. We're in that season of our life where I've sat and I've written letters, doing things, and everything I ever wrote became true. I look back, I have all those letters. Mostly 9 out of 10 things would come true in it. And the biggest example of it is, like, I can tell you, 3 years back when I used to cry and write it, because, there was so much conflict between me and my ex-husband, and we were fighting over our kids and everything. Just a very disharmonious time in my life. And so I used to sit and cry and write, like my family sitting in a circle and we're celebrating each other, we're loving each other. Now there was a totally broken, disempowered version of me, but I did it. And within 6 months, I changed it all. But I had to see it before. I had to decide. I had to make a choice. And then obviously I did that. So scripting has a way because my own energy, my own energetic set point, my consciousness wasn't like I just think and I create. I wasn't that empowered. So I relied on external sources and it worked. But this is about bringing you beyond what external sources do you need. You don't need anything. If you can now get into the identity and the consciousness who is at the set point of always just thinking, creating, you get to be. This is what I'm bringing you to. If you want to taste this and become it, we don't need anything external outside. They all align when we know the identity that we're so powerful that my consciousness that I'm now operating from, I just choose, I show it and I choose it every day, and that's it. Like, I don't need to write letters now, but they had a point. It was dependent on the version and the set point, the consciousness I was operating from that point. So I needed them. Now I don't need letters, I don't need vision boards, I don't need scripting. And that's who you can choose to become today if you get excited about this. If you want this, right? You're here to find this way of creation. I love that. So I cast energetic projections, which means that I don't manifest now based on what I want. I manifest, basically, I go after a desire based on what I see. And that is after I tell you about access flow state, how you can do that, you will understand. So basically, now I don't manifest anything that I want based on what my ego tells me or what, I thought, oh, I wanted more money because I was first disempowered. I fell into a state of financial stress, all of those things, or I wanted to heal. Those things happen. But now, where I am, how I create is basically I am shown things, I'm shown nudges like desires that, this is a timeline. Do you want this? And so at any given point, sometimes you'll see many, especially people who live like act in flow state. Sorry, people who like you and me who live in flow state, like we're always just like vibing, and we're like vibing as in like just relax, and you'll see, you're surrendered. You let the universe, God, source, whatever speak through you, and that's basically either called downloads or whatever, intuitive hits, nudges. And so that's what happens with me and a lot of you. I teach you guys this, how to actually follow your nudges, because that's when you are in flow state. That's where you go beyond what your mind is telling you. Like, your mind knows about matrix and society, but literally that's you accessing higher intelligence, quantum field, universe, because the universe is living, breathing consciousness. Excuse me. I just burped. Excuse me. It's living, breathing consciousness, right? And so when it's speaking to you, it's telling you things because you're in alignment to it. There is no reason why you're getting this nudge, because right now you're in alignment. So our only job is to learn how to get out of our own way, right? And so when I cast an energetic projection, it's basically I get the nudges. Okay, do this thing. I want to give you an example. I follow whatever nudge comes, and now we can't choose all of them because there's so many timelines. So one of the things I teach my clients is, which you will learn inside Queen Leaves, the 30 days container that I'm going to run at the end of May. I'm teaching many, many things there, but basically how to know which nudge to follow and how to, because we need to have that level of grounding that, something that is consistently coming is one way to know that it's nagging you. But when I choose something, I basically go like, okay, well, this is what it is. And then I start embodying the energy of it. Basically anything that is, because if I am the quantum, if I am everything, the field itself, I'm already every energy, every frequency that will ever exist on the face of this earth. So you don't have to become anything. I don't have to become anything. You're already it. This is the biggest piece people miss. The vision board is not making you anything. The scripting is not making you anything. The writing of letters, anything, manifestation rituals, none of them are making you anything. We are the field. We are one with the universe. Even if you believe you're religious, you believe God created you, you're an extension of it. And it encompasses, you believe God, field, universe is the creator. That means it holds the entirety of the existence. Every frequency, every reality, every truth that ever existed already is. And that is me. Because created in the reflection of God, field, energy. I don't everything, every energy wave, every infinite potential that, or the manifestations you want and whatever, they exist. They're an energy. And that means right now I am a mix of every freaking frequency that could be on this planet. So I don't need to become someone. I'm already it. But I just have to, any distortion, any illusion, any story that is coming in my human brain of why I'm not already it, why I'm already not making that much money, why I'm already not feeling that good, why I'm already not feeling like that in my body, why I'm already not having this kind of experience in my relationships, why I'm not creating this in my business. That why is an energy wave, a distortion in my field. I need to get rid of it, and I'm already it. That's why I say you don't have to become anything. You're already it. You have to allow yourself to be it. So when I do energetic projections, I will feel the nudge and I will start being it. And anything that's in the process, I dissolve it. So I don't go like, I want to manifest, 50K in a month, 30K in a month. I want to manifest XYZ number of clients. I want to manifest this or that or this or that. You see, that is a 3D paradigm. That's an old way of manifesting. That's what I used to do. And that's what generally people do when they're making the vision boards, this and that. How I manifest is energetic projection. So I'll get the desire and then I go into basically I start being it. So this is it. I don't tell God, source, universe, this. I am the field, right? And that brings me to the mirror principle. Like if you guys have done my quantum leap formula, if you haven't, you're very invited. Again, I will be doing a live round this month. So I'm going to teach you all of this broken down every day for 30 days. The mirror principle says the field is always mirroring back to me what I'm telling the field. So because we are one, that is the unified field. That is that there is nothing outside of me. Whatever is outside of me is showing me back what's inside of me. And so if I want to manifest what I want, I don't go like, oh, okay, well, it'll be good to have, what's the energy of 50K? What does it feel? This, that, this, that. And then I start telling the field that, but I'm trying really hard to become that. I don't believe I'm it. So how can the field give me what I don't believe about myself I'm it? But what I do is projections. Basically, that means like, okay, well, recently, I want to give you an example that I was told, I live in a beautiful home, big spacious home, 4 bedrooms. I was able to trade this home a couple of years back. It was a big, big thing, right? Big thing for me because all the banks said no to me. I was a single mom, didn't make enough money, blah, 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 blah. And so I've been in this place and I'm so grateful and I felt really anchored. And for the last month or so, I've been getting this nudge, move, 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 to the point I'm like, okay, fine, I will surrender, I will listen. And then I didn't expect it to be so hard because I just feel like when I want something, it happens. The rental market's so bad. Any inspection I went to, there were like 20, 30 people for every inspection. Nonetheless, I manifested in the way I was like, you know what? What's the projection? Like what I just want to be I used an umbrella statement, like whatever I decide, I get, I become. Become by being it. That's what I have trained myself. So decide and be it. Decide and be it. This is something I've been doing for the last 3 years. So it's a muscle you need to train. Because if you are consistently arguing with yourself, can I be it? Can I be it? Is it too much? That's not conviction. That's not decision. Decision is I'm already it. The moment I see something and I choose that I'm going to follow this, that's it, period. I don't even care if it manifests or not. My job is to just decide that I'm going to follow this. That's it. You following it means you are already it in the field response. I don't sit and argue with myself. I don't find the 10 steps. The steps come to me because I project that I have decided I'm following this path. That's it. And that's where the dance starts happening between me and the field, right? So the projection. So I basically decided, I was like, you know what, it just feels like I'm good. I'm near water. So I'm like less than 150 meters from the water now. And that was something that was shown to me consistently. So I didn't go like, this is the kind of house, this is the street, this is this. First of all, I'm a non-specific manifester. A lot of you want to understand whether you're a specific or a non-specific manifester. We've talked a lot about this in the Portal Mastermind. So I'm a non-specific. I'm just shown things, I feel into it, I follow, I decide, and that's it. I become it. And so same goes for you. Can you do that? Can you decide whatever you want? Excuse me. And then you just embody the energy by not trying to create the synthetic artificial, I want to be this in. I have taught you this in the quantum leap formula just to make sure that you guys understand the basics of who you are, your identity. And so then you start being that energy. But there comes a point where you realize you don't have to do any more of that. You're already it. You're all the frequencies that you ever need to manifest anything that you ever want. It's really just collapsing the story that why am I observing right now that I don't have this? Can I have a new set of eyes? Can I become a new identity? Identity is a new set of eyes. That means I'm the observer. Step 3 of the quantum leap formula, right? So as I project, I choose, I decide, I move. And so basically, you know, I created a circumstance where like my standard is ease. I'm like, I don't do anything that contracts me, that pushes me, pressurizes me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put my house on rent with ease. And when I was in this process of looking, I spoke to a couple of rental agents. Every conversation contracted my gut. So I was like, I'm not doing this. And I manifested with ease a beautiful family to rent my home. And then I manifested the most amazing house, less than 150 meters from water, from sea. And I got to have the owners of the house actually with ease approve my application. I don't have to go through a rental agent. Like it blows my mind. This has all happened in the last few weeks. And I shared with some of you in the Leap Club chat that, I've had 2 major manifestations last week. I'm just giving an example. So what I want you to do is start projecting energetic manifestations, not like I want 10K month, I want 20K month, I want this, I want that. No. What are your standards? Who are you as an identity? You just go like, okay, well, this is what's shown. I'm deciding once I'm shown something and I actually choose it. So it's your belief that you're projecting in the field. It's an energetic projection. It's not 10K, 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 manifest 10K, manifest 10K, manifest, because you will manifest, but you will not be able to hold that. You don't know the energy of it. You don't know like you're creating so much pressure versus I just choose, I become. It's a knowingness, it's a certainty. That's why I say get to build that within yourself. You are it already. There is no part of you that should believe that you can't have this thing, right? The next thing would be that then when I do the energetic projection in the field, which is not dependent on a vision board, which is no longer dependent on how much scripting I've done. It doesn't require me 369 method. It doesn't do anything now because I am the operant power. I'm the boss. I understand the identity and I project the feelings. That's it. How would I feel? I would feel relaxed. So there were days when I was like, ooh, I'm getting like, and I would drop back. I would be like, no, just relax. Relax, 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 because that's my standard. So I want to feel expansive, not contracted. So I project my feelings into the field, not by projecting, but by being. There's always an exuding of energy. That's projection. You're not projecting, you're not faking it. This fake it till you make it is a like such BS, honestly. You can't fake it. The universe, the field, your subconscious mind is always talking to the field. You can't lie. That's why your self-talk is so important, right? I say this over and over again in the formula. So the step 3 would be basically to understand the identity and use the formula, which I always do every day. I become the identity. I make sure my beliefs are supported. So nothing that is in the way is not supporting my beliefs. And then I will consistently observe myself as the person who's living that. I've transmuted that energy into this reality now. And then fourth would be to make sure that my body, my vessel is okay. So I tune in, I do that nervous system regulation. I'm like, I'm good. I'm all of those things, making sure my body's not rejecting and I'm allowing it in. Then so you really want to, at this point, and you already understand you're not dependent on anything, neither are you dependent on the quantum leap formula, to be honest, but that is something that I have seen hundreds of women now, even men, like completely, it's like a break, like a gear shift, right? When you come in, you're like, oh, I've done all this work but I'm still confused, and you suddenly come and you do the quantum leap formula. It literally puts you in a new state of being. That is the only purpose of it that I want you to know. And still embodying it, like I remind myself of it daily, but it's not like that the formula will get me something. It's literally like I said, I feel the energy, I project, I become that identity, like by being it, not becoming it, by allowing myself to be it. And that's when I actually consistently go like, well, okay, I am being an elevated version of myself. That's it. Every moment. And there are moments when I fall down of the state. I'm never meant to be consistent. Neither is the universe. It's always oscillating. So my job is to go back into observing myself as that elevated version of myself. Then is the part of accessing the flow state. This is where quantum manifestation really becomes playful, excited. Excitement is your path now. So you understand now there's nothing that's limited right now. There is a version of you already living in the home she wants, living the life she wants, living the love she wants, living the connection she wants, right? And so what we want to be able to do now is access flow state. And if you are doing the 4 steps of the formula, you will see that your energies change. You're allowing yourself to be that identity. Your energies change. That means you are now more connected to the field, and you're starting to get nudges, ideas, intuition, inspiration. Okay. Now, this is where you are completely in flow state. I want you guys to think about this and even write in the comment and chats for those of you who are doing my quantum leap formula and you're actually really doing it. Do you feel that you get ideas? Do you get inspirations? You get nudges? You feel like, oh my God, I'm getting these downloads. That's when you are in flow state. Flow means you're flowing with the field. You're one with the field. You are the unified consciousness. There is no separation between you and the field. And so flow means you're in flow with the universe. You're in flow with the field. That is flow state. And it's speaking back to you. You're speaking back to it. Thought transmission, right? Law of thought transmission, transference. So now thinking, being, thinking, deliverance, manifestation, literally everything's happening. Boom, 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 because you're in flow state. It's talking to you, you're talking to it, it's saying, do this thing. You're like, okay, I will do this thing. I'll get out of my, it's telling you, do this thing, go to the coffee shop, talk to this person, you do that thing. You're like, I'm feeling really excited. Everything I'm doing is feeling excited. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing comes, next conversation comes, next synchronicity comes, next manifestation comes. Yes, so many, it's overwhelming. Lol, keen to learn more about how to discern what to act on. So we'll talk about this next week, Faye, in our portal mastermind call, right? We'll bring it up in the mastermind call and I'll help you unpack that. So at this point, you will see that everything that is being shown to you, you must follow, act upon your highest choices of what is feeling excitement, just go and do it. Sometimes it might not be exciting, but when you see something and you want to go and do it, the nudge, the intuition is basically the field telling you, okay, you asked for that $10,000. You go right now, get up and send this email. Talk to this person. Talk to this person you haven't spoken to in 6 months, and your logical brain says no. But if you allow yourself and you get out of your own way, the universal mind, the nudge, the quantum field, the higher intelligence, the subconscious mind knows more than your 5% conscious mind. This is where, when I can then go like, okay, I will do it. That moment when I go and have that conversation, something will unlock, something, that timeline will just dissolve that resistance, and it'll be like, okay, I want to actually sign you for this, I want to do this, I was looking for someone. Things happen in the strangest of way. And I've had so much evidence of this thing of getting nudges and following and going in collaboration with people. Every time, I call them waves. Like, my business has grown in waves. Every time, there's been a season, I've followed the nudge, I've done this, and I've had, influx of people, influx of people come in as batches, wanting things because I was in that vibration. So I listened, and then I was able to serve. A lot of my programs are created not only just with what I've gone through, but with the kind of people that are coming in, so I can serve them at that level, right? So, and then your job is to listen to the nudge. But what's happening is, a lot of us right now, what we're doing is, and which I was doing till I understood this quantum manifestation, is that, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. This is not making sense. I have a goal of being a six-figure entrepreneur. So $8,400 a month, it's not even 10,000 a month. And I'm like, anything that is connected to this, I will only do this. And that's a very rigid, ego-based manifestation. That's why most of us feel stuck. So if you're feeling stuck, ask yourself, am I too stuck on the goal? Am I too stuck on this is how it should be, and not listening to the nudges because you're not being fluid? Nudges come when we're fluid, we're one with the universe, and we're like sitting here, no, I am only going to do laser focus, head focus, everything that is told about mindset. I'm only going to take action. I'm only going to sell my offer, which is like sold like this. This is what they do. This is how I make 10K a month. Like, are you being too rigid? And that's where you're actually coming in your own way, because that's not quantum manifestation. That's not that you're putting limits to how you want to create. Quantum says no limits, no criteria, no prerequisites. Can you play like this? Can you go like, okay, you know what? I'm being told to just call this person. I'm being told to go run on the beach right now. Because when you go run on the beach, you're going to bump into someone, or an idea is going to come into your head. So the nudge leads to another nudge, another nudge, another nudge, and boom. So you will not get a list of 10 steps that you need to follow. One step shows you the next step, right? And so this is a very interesting way of creating, exciting way of creating what you want, but you have to learn the ability of getting out of your way. There are things you can do. Either you can sit down every day and look at your vision board and write 100 times scripting, or you can use some discipline, build the muscle, and go like, I decide, I listen to myself, and I actually move in that direction. There are just completely different ways of creation and manifestation, conscious creation. And then I basically do the concept of doing versus aligned action. This is where you want to understand that if you want to have, experience, be, feel, touch a certain energy, aka manifestation. Your manifestation is just energy experienced in a tangible form in your 3D reality, because that energy exists all in the quantum field in 5D. The nudges that we get when you're very fluid state is 4D. So everything that you're creating right now and seeing is 3D, very third dimensional experience. What you can touch, feel, taste, smell, experience, you say it's a manifestation. The 4D is when you are living like this, but mostly you're relaxed in alpha brain states and you are in flow state. You get ideas and nudges and downloads. That's when you're living in 4D dimension, fourth dimension. Fifth dimension is basically everything is energy, consciousness, and you're able to manipulate that and experience it in 3D. So when I understand that when I've got a nudge and I follow it, it's called aligned action. The only difference between the doing and the aligned action is that if I am taking both require some sort of action. You can't just sit on a couch and actually think that your manifestation will come. That is true. Action is our manifested version of God, source, creator, feel, saying, I am always playing, I'm moving. This body was given for me to actually touch, feel, experience. So I will take action. But there is a difference between doing because I have to prove operating. Hear me out here. Operating from the state who right now believes that they do not have this thing. And in order for them to have this thing, they need to do something. And I want you to listen to this carefully. Which identity are you operating from? So the doing is, I need to do this because I don't have this right now. And once I do this, then I'll have this thing. And that is an identity. And the doing comes from this energy of I don't already have it. And I'm trying to tell myself, so I have to do this thing. And then I'll experience it. Aligned action, on the contrary, comes from the knowingness that, okay, well, I'm playing in this field. I know it's already mine. And I had this nudge. I'm moving in this direction. It feels, it's inspired action. And you're inspired. You're excited to do this thing. And that version is rolling in certainty because they already know everything they see happens. So they are taking inspired action. They are not, it's almost like they're moving towards the manifestation, and they're not trying to make the manifestation happen. The doing is coming from a place of, I don't have this yet. I need to take this action and then this will happen. The aligned action, the nudge, the inspired action is, I know this, I'm moving towards this, and this is the nudge, this is inspiration. This is where I'm operating from the identity of, I know it already has happened because this is it, this is, I am it. You are the reality. Do you guys get it? So I want you guys to look at, are you doing or are you taking aligned action? This is a big piece. If you want to quantum manifest, if you want to really blow your own freaking mind, like I get very excited still when I have manifestations because who doesn't? Like we love it. And every moment gets to be like this. And this is where it's like, soon you'll be repelled by doing. You'll be like, I no longer need to do. Is just the identity who does not have conviction, certainty, believes consistently about proving their self-worth, taking twin steps, their past, their identity, their energy, their disempowered version, whatever they've gone through, badge of honor, none of those are required now. I get to have aligned action, right? Because I already know that this is shown to me because it exists. It's energy. It already exists. Everything I ever see is all those frequencies exist on the face of this earth. I see it. I don't have to worry. It doesn't exist for me. I now have a nudge. I move towards it. So I'm already changing the energy that I'm in. So this is calling you to change the way of being. And that's why I say it's not for the weak-hearted, because people give up very quickly when they're like, oh, the quantum manifestation doesn't work for me. No, you're being too solid and rigid in who you have been. That's all. So it's an invitation. It's not a judgment. It's an invitation. Are you willing to be fluid? Are you willing to own that you are the universe? Are you willing to own that you are the quantum field? Are you willing to own that you are everything that ever exists on this earth? And you just have to see yourself with those new eyes as you are it. It's an invitation. So in order for us to, go like, this is how I want to create, I also want to bring up an example. Like some of you would have inconsistent manifestations. And this is something I spoke this morning also on my live, and I want to touch upon this. Maybe you guys are really good at manifesting. You're like, I've had so many clients come to me say, I am so good at it. I manifested this last year, a home or a big truck, or, 7 figures or 6 figures or whatever, or marriage, or, like some of my clients were struggling with having babies as well, right? And the same work has helped them. But they go like, I've done this once, but now I'm struggling with this. Or they'll go like, I've been able to make money, but I struggle with my body. I've been able to lose so much weight, but I struggle to create money. Or I have always been in this job and I'm struggling to actually create freedom, and I make good amount of money, but I just struggle to feel good. So now this is called separated manifestation or isolated manifestation, which means that you feel good that you can manifest, you can manifest a house, but when it comes to your body, you can't change it. Or when it comes to your love, you are great at manifesting safety and great relationship, but you struggle with money. So basically, what we're saying is we're separating that I can manifest in one area and not the other. Do you guys get it? And that's because if this is a clear example of I am separating that I've been able to get results in one area but not the other. Now the quantum does not have any separation. The quantum does not believe in separation, criteria, prerequisite, limits, education, what we can have and we can't have. The quantum says it's everything. It's limitless. It's infinite. Quantum is infinite. No start, no beginning, no end, infinite possibilities. That means infinite energy to us for us to play with. So the quantum does not have separation. The quantum actually says everything exists. And if you hear that in masterclass, even Dr. Joe Dispenza has explained this, that if in quantum there's no separation, that means right now in this room, if I think in my mind, I go get up in 3D, I have to, if I want to be in my kitchen and get a cup of tea, I have to get up, go out of my room, go through my corridor, go to my kitchen, pop the kettle on, make the tea and drink it. But in the quantum model, it's all consciousness, it's all energy waves. So right now, if I sit here, close my eyes, and I see all of this happening, and right now I'm drinking the tea, I've collapsed time. I've already felt the sensation of it, right? And so the quantum, there is no separation. All exists right now. It's just us embodying the energy. So what does this mean? This means you at some point are separating in your head because of a story that, I can have a great marriage, but I can struggle with money. I can have a great body, but I can not have a great relationship. Or I can make a lot of money, but I just don't know how to feel safe or have love or unconditional love in my life. So many different ways, right? But there's something that you have solidified in your identity that is now making you believe that all that exists can't be experienced in all areas of our life or your life. And you've only been able to nail it in one or two. So the quantum manifestation is going back to the same steps that I said to you, that can you have new eyes for the same reality? Can you have new eyes and observe the areas you're struggling in and change that narrative? Step 2 would be to cast new energetic projections of what would you like in those areas? Because you already know you can manifest. You've proven to yourself. Whether or not you're proven or not, you're manifesting. It's just about refining the art and your frequency and your communication and your projection with the field. And then you would use the quantum leap formula to make sure you're in that identity. You know what her self-concept is. You know what her self-talk is. You know that you're observing. You know that your vessel, your nervous system's regulated. And you are it, because your nervous system, your body is your autopilot, and your nervous system and your body is what's really experiencing. And if your body is rejecting it, it is not going to be in your experience, touch, felt, heard, seen, smelled. And then you consistently want to be like in that flow state where you're listening to what is coming for those manifestations. If we're not in flow state, whatever is being told about your money, about your body, about your relationship, completely your brain is bypassing it because you're not in flow state, right? And then would be the concept of you want to take inspired action versus doing. That's why a lot of women go to the gym and they're not able to, and then they come and do the quantum leap formula and they're like, my body changed, because people who try to do a lot and consistently putting a lot of energy, it's an energy leak. It takes a lot of effort. We're consistently pushing against something. We're consistently trying to make money. We're consistently trying to, this month it'll be better. This month it'll be better. This relationship will be better. This versus inspired action. Listen to what is coming through step by step by step by step. Surrender, soften, play, fluid, relax. And that's where it's important we understand a queen energy, a feminine energy, which is the trust. When we're not trusting, we're not in feminine energy. Masculine is doing, inspired action, feminine is trusting. So that's why, and that we'll do that in Q Leap. I know a lot of you are there. Like, I'm excited, beyond excited about that. So I hope that you understand that feeling the energy of your new identity is a permission that you don't need from anyone. You can embody that new identity based on the nudge, based on the desire, based on the reality that you are now deciding to experience, aka manifestation. And then you are in that vibration. Your identity is an energy wave. Your timeline, your manifestation, say the 10K month, say the 50K month, say the $1 million contract, right? Say the baby, say the home, say the guy, the ring, the dream holiday, or maybe you want to pay off, like that, your parents' mortgage, whatever it is. It's a timeline, it's an energy wave because your identity is feeling something. They're feeling good enough, they're feeling competent. They're like, I did it, and it's just amazing, and I feel so abundant that I've been able to do this, I've been able to pay my parents' mortgage, whatever. Right? It's an energy, it's a vibration. And so the clearer I get about my vibration, I'm just playing and I'm casting that projection, and it gets to be more inspired and more playful rather than what are the 20 freaking steps? Why am I not there yet? Why I'm not there yet is the set of eyes that are based on your past identity. You're being invited to have new eyes for the same eternal now, and completely you will change. So as we come towards the end of this class, I want to reaffirm to you guys that quantum does not have a need for you to prove your worth. The quantum does not have a need for me to prove my worth. The quantum does not have a need for me to show the level of confidence, certificates, prerequisites, criteria. It has nothing for me. It says whatever you want to be, you tell me, I mirror it back to you. So what my job is that when I see something that I want to feel, manifest, touch, feel, experience, heard, that's it, simple. Energy translated into an experience is a manifestation. I have to be in that energy, and I have to literally challenge any bullshit that my brain is telling me why I have it, why I don't have it, why I can't have it, how much time it will take. Quantum manifestation means there is no time. Beyond time, beyond logic, beyond concepts. So this is why it's illogical, because there is no logic. It's all magic. It's like I'm feeling it, I'm becoming it, I'm being it. The field is mirroring it to me. There is no time to create it. It's already there. And this is where you are being invited to go like, okay, what part of me is actually making this hard for myself? What part of me is just like, you know what? I will show up every day. I will take action, but it's going to be not the doing, it's going to be inspired action. I am trusting, I am the field, I am the universe, right? And so as we bring this quantum manifestation class back, I want to tell you how I was able to create six figures in the first year of my business, how I was able to create multiple six figures in my business, how I was able to manifest my home, how I was able to heal my anxiety and depression, how I was able to manifest love, how I was able to heal my heart, how I was able to change my relationship with my ex-husband, how I was able to create such peace and harmony in my life and create abundance, is by understanding same things. that I've shared with you today. There is no past, present, future. That means if I today, this disempowered version of me had to realize that empowered version of me is right there, that means I get to have peace and harmony. So I had to learn and believe in something greater. That means I had to defy logic. I had to defy the logic that time is linear, manifestations linear. No, everything's non-linear. So I had to give myself the permission to believe, defy logic, and believe in new logic. No logic, just concepts. Are you willing to do that? That's the first question. If you want to quantum manifest, are you willing to defy logic? Are you willing to play with new rules that you're going to decide? I'm just here to share with you what I've learned. How I was able to create money was the same thing. I had to be the identity who believed that I'm abundant. So I had to ask myself consistently, what does the, the new Prachi feel like? What does the, the Prachi who has a harmonious life feel like? And it was like, I feel good. I feel relaxed. I feel more trusting of life. I don't feel icky and blame other people. So I started becoming that version because the disempowered version of me had 20,000 stories of how everybody fucked me over. And that was my work. So when you are actually becoming this version, like the quantum field does not blame anyone. So the more you become the vessel who doesn't have stories about your ex-husband, what your parents did, what your friends did, whatever shit was done to you, is when you become the field, and the more your consciousness changes, your set point of vibration will be higher. That means you don't manifest with your mood. Your mood does not manifest itself, because then you would be like, how come, all the rich people who have so much in the world, there's still people who have really bad moods. Your mood doesn't manifest. It's just set point, your vibration that is always that you're solidified in. So what is your consciousness? If you're still blaming people, reflect again. Are you being the field? Because the field is just energy. It does not blame anyone. And that's who I had to. So when I say I was able to heal myself, I had to become the field again. I had to let go of all stories of who did what to me, what my ex-husband did, what my, God source universe did. My mom passed away when I was 8 years old. I tasted trauma really early on in my life. And all my life, I had 20,000 reasons why I was in victim mentality, why should happen to me, why I had the struggle, all of those things, right? And so it played like loop in everything in my life. That was the work. So when I say quantum manifestation, it's not like one day I got a pill and it changed everything. I had to confront everything inside of me that was not playing like the field. That wasn't feeling whole. That wasn't like a reflection of God, because God does not blame anyone. That does not. So I had to get squeaky clean on forgiving people, loving myself, being the field, being whole, being okay with duality, being okay with not having the money and then having the money, being okay with the disempowered version of me, to actually understand the value of empowerment and how I was able to attract this abundance is to completely again and again defy logic, create new eyes, observe differently. I had to feel abundant again and again and again and again amidst the lack, to be able to project a different state of being. And finally, the universe freaking got it, because I was being it every day, not just because when something happened or a client paid. I literally, and this is in my book, I would invite you to please go and read my book, Play, if you haven't already. There is a whole chapter, which is chapter number 2, about personal power versus circumstantial power. I chose that every day. Every day I would sit down when I was in the saddest period of my life, take my cup of tea, take a sip, and feel safe. I would feel whole. I would heal my heart, because I had nothing else. I didn't have resources. I didn't have the money. I felt quite disempowered. So every day choosing it, being 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 it, till your aura, your magnetic field is completely transmitting. So quantum manifestation is not about vision boards. It's not about scripting. It's not about 369. It's not about women's circle. It's not about breath work. They all help you raise your vibration, and raising a vibration is always just constant, but it is not just that. It is you who wants to claim, I am the quantum field. There is no end. There is no end, and there is no beginning. There is no beginning, there's no end to what I am and what I can be. That equates to infinite potential. And without exhibiting pressure on myself, or infinite potential doesn't mean now you have to go climb Mount Everest to prove to the world you have infinite. Your infinite potential could mean I'm a stay-at-home mom and I want to make a lot of money and I want to be with my kids. I want to teach with a messy bun, and that is it. But your rules, your life, that's why I say challenge your own self. So I was able to do this because I consistently challenged myself on everything. I was so happy and I was so okay with proving myself wrong in many things, because what I knew wasn't serving me and helping me create the life I wanted. So I was like, okay, I'm okay to prove myself wrong. I was okay to fall down on my chin because I am whole, I'm the field, right? So at this point, if there are any questions you guys have, please pop in the chat. If you are excited about creating new rules for your own self and you're going to play this game differently, please write in the chat. Write anything that is coming to you, anything that you want to share that you're excited about, and that you now fully understand that quantum just means that you are playing with energy and there is no end, there is no beginning, there is no future. Everything is right now. There are parallel realities. Your potentials all exist right now. You're in the field of potentiality. No longer do you want to play in the field of predictability. You're not predicting anything. You are seeing infinite potentials, you're choosing it, you're being it, you're projecting that energy, you're supporting your body, your vessel, your beliefs, and then consistently you're observing it and you're taking inspired action, and that is it. That is it. Love it. My thought is how I can tell between my plan and perhaps God's plan, which might be different to mine. And this is such a beautiful conversation, right? Because we can go on talking about you are God or you're a reflection of God or this God, feel, creator, anything, right? And I'm not here to challenge your beliefs, because I always say, pick the word that resonates with you. But if you are the reflection of God and you were, God is speaking through you, there is no different plan. It's not your plan versus God's plan. Sometimes we get confused with ego and we go like, yeah, this is ego and that's not source's voice, or that's not my higher self. These are all distortions we create in our old field. So one way to look at this would be like, okay, well, I believe, okay, I don't know if it's my ego voice saying or really it's the plan. Just sit with it. There's no rush. Ego creates a sense of urgency. God's plan is that it'll keep visiting you every day, it'll nag you till you take action, but there's no urgency. But that's the difference. Like ego is urgent. I don't do this. Ego, if it's we say it's ours because we are the field, spirit and ego, right? So in my book, I've talked about the two parts. We are the human and the source. And so when we say that this is coming from my human and it's not for my highest good, well, the human is there for a reason, the ego. But the ego is really more saying that do this and then we'll feel good. Do this and now suddenly we'll feel like, oh, I've proven myself. And that's why there's a sense of urgency. They're like, do these 20 steps. Versus if it's surrender and it's like, okay, well, go, live near the water, go do this thing now. Just, go sell something in your business that you've never done and speak differently and see who you're going to attract. And there's no rush to it, but it's just feeling, ooh, okay, this is playing on the edge, but I'm excited. And they're just that will speak to you differently. That's all. I'm so happy that you guys were here. I'm so happy to share that, we will send you the replay. I'm also very happy that you guys have been playing with the quantum leap formula. I'm very happy that this month we get to be in a space where I'm going to bring everything. It's almost like all my programs, identity switch, money course, healing, manifestation, quantum leap formula, and I'm going to give you mini doses of it for the next for the 30 days in the Queen Leaps. So super excited about that, and I will. I'm sending you so much love. I'm so excited you were here, and feel free to get in touch with me for my team. If you have any questions, you're excited, you have nudges, you have think shift, you're always welcome in my inbox. I want to know more about what's happening for you. Thank you, Prachi. The energy is so peaceful. I love that. I love that. We are everything. We're the peace, we're the excitement, we're the psychos, we're everything. I always say everything like peace, excitement, calm, surrender, everything. Doubt, fear. We get to be it all. I love that. Thank you so much, Anna. All right, guys, I love you. I am so, so happy that we did this together, and I will catch you another time. Sending you so much love.